an IT business program bringing you the best of business and technology.
Hi, I'm Brian Jackson with itbusiness.ca. We're here today to talk about online classifieds and how they can help small businesses expose themselves a little better on that. Here with me is Jacob Aqraou with the eBay Classifieds Group and Zac Candelario with Kijiji Canada. Welcome to itbusiness.ca.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So I thought that maybe you guys could just start me off. You know, when I have some old stuff I want to sell on the web, I'll go and post it on Kijiji, sure, but how could small businesses best make use of those classifieds?
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, what we offer is a free way for small businesses to advertise their goods or services online. We have a number of different products. The first one is basically a small business can post a free ad on our site. They can get access to over 9 million unique visitors every month, and they can drive a lot of traffic to whatever their, if it's an online business or an offline business. That's the primary way that small businesses can use Kijiji. If they want to get additional visibility, they can actually pay us a fee so they can get more visibility on the site, and they can get a top placement in our listings so that it'll attract more traffic. So that's another way that a small business can drive more traffic that way. I think the third way, which is a little bit more advanced, is that if a business wants to do any sort of banner advertising or purchase text links from us, that's another option. And those are a little more tailored to sort of what the business objectives are and what their budget is and how much visibility they want. So I think those are the three ways that we can help out small businesses.
But why is it that eBay is interested in the online classifieds business in the first place? I mean, we're all familiar with eBay as the online auction site, so what does having the classifieds business add to that for you?
Yeah, so we've been in this business for about 6 years. We started out in 2004, where we acquired two companies, Marktplatz in Holland and Mobile in Germany. And then gradually we built it out. In 2005 we launched Kijiji in Canada and 14 other countries. Mm-hmm. And we very much see it as a complementary business to the core eBay business that we're in. So the core eBay business primarily focuses on goods and motors. And this gives us an opportunity to go after a whole range of other categories, as you mentioned, such as jobs, such as housing, such as a variety of other verticals that we haven't been in. So if you look at the overlap between what classifieds would cover and what the typical eBay business would cover, it's about 25% when you look at a portfolio, and then 75% offers you an opportunity into new categories that we haven't been in. And in the categories where it's the same, like motors, it gives us an opportunity to offer the customer various trading formats. So whether you want the transactional format of eBay, where you may never meet, but you transact online and you have the inherent built-in protections around doing a long-distance transaction, or whether it's the classifieds format, where it's a lead generation and you meet in person and consume the transaction, it's up to the user to really choose what works for me at this point in time, at this occasion. And it's not, we see a lot of users using both formats for different things and different times.
Okay. When it comes to online classifieds, a lot of people think of maybe your competitor. Craigslist is a name that has certainly become sort of synonymous with online classifieds over the last decade, really. And I just wonder if you can break down for me a little bit of what maybe does Kijiji offer that Craigslist might not?
Yeah, so I think there's three or four things. So number one, if you compare us to Kijiji, or if you compare us to Craigslist in Canada, we actually have 2.5 times the traffic they have. So we have a wider reach. That translates into more leads and faster sales for our sellers. Second point is that we have more ads. We have a wider selection, so buyers can find more things on Kijiji. I think the third point is that we believe that classifieds is a very local business. You need local presence to be successful. we have a team that runs Kijiji in Toronto. We know the people, we've traveled to the markets, and we tailor what we do to Canadians. And I think that's actually one of the reasons why we're more successful than Craigslist in Canada. The fourth point, I would say, is that we have a richer user experience. If you have a look at Kijiji, it's very different than Craigslist. Small things like thumbnails, pictures in the ads, search and browse, you can see a picture of what you're looking for. Better search capability. All of these things have a better user experience than Craigslist. So I think it's those four things, I would say, are the reason why we're much larger than they are, and we're growing. So.
Okay, so just to finish up here, I wonder if we can talk about where are online classifieds going in the future, and for that matter, where's Kijiji going in the future? What's ahead?
Yeah, so I think if we start with kind of the general question as to where's this going in the world, and then we can face it back a little bit to Canada, because Canada is unique in many ways. But one of them is that if I look at Canada compared to the rest of the portfolio, we have a ton of internet penetration. You have a lot of people who are using their computers, but where Canada is lacking a little bit is in the use of online shopping. And that is really, I think, a large proportion of the success of Kijiji, which is we're not online shopping. We give people an opportunity to use the internet to find, research, and engage with things, but you don't have to consummate the transaction online. The second thing that's unique about Canada is that you have very high penetration of services like Facebook and social services. And again, Kijiji plays in that space. But if I go back and I look at what's going on in the world, I think it's really three themes that are shaping the future of classifieds. And I would say we're at an inflection point where the classifieds business is truly changing compared to where we're coming from.
Interesting. Okay, and a little bit more focused.
Yeah.
What about what's coming up with the Kijiji site?
Yeah, so I think one of the reasons why online classifieds is successful is because it's simple and easy to use. So we're always looking for ways to make it even easier. Jacob talked about mobile. Next year we have some things that we have in the pipeline coming out, which is going to be very interesting. All about making it easier for buyers and sellers to use Kijiji. We'll be looking at social networking, Facebook, doing things with them. I think that's going to be big for next year. Also, thinking a little bit more about how can we help businesses get online. Car dealers, for example, what kind of tools can we provide them to make it easier to list their ads and to manage their ads and to pay for their ads. So lots of different things. What it really comes down to is that we focus on what our users are asking us for. We can do many different things. We have a lot of different choices, but what we say is, hey, what are the users asking us for? What are their pain points, and how can we fix that for them? And that's how we prioritize what we do with all of our with our business. And I think that's why we're successful.
Okay, Jacob, Zach, thanks so much for coming in today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. For ITbusiness.ca, I'm Brian Jackson.